You go to a second doctor and he tells you that the first doctor did something improper and now that's why you have all of these injuries. And now you want to know, can you use this doctor as your expert to come in and testify on your behalf if you bring a lawsuit? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. So now you go to a second doctor, you're not happy with what the first doctor has done. You've got significant problems and complications. And now the second doctor, wanting to be the hero, tells you, hey, by the way, I wouldn't have done things the way the first doctor did, and you wouldn't have had all of these complications and problems. But now that you're here, let's get you set up and let's get you treated and see if we can fix this problem. So now that triggers in your mind, hey, maybe I have a valid medical malpractice case against the very first doctor. Maybe he violated the basic standards of medical care. And now you begin to think, hey, I can now use the second doctor who's going to fix me as our expert. So now we can use this doctor, assuming he's willing to review all of your medical records, to then do a thorough analysis to determine, number one, whether there truly was wrongdoing, whether the doctor violated the basic standards of medical care, whether that wrongdoing caused injury, and whether the injury is significant and or permanent. If the doctor confirms each of those things, then now we have a valid basis to proceed forward with a lawsuit. But the moment you turn around and ask this second doctor to be our expert, to come in and testify at trial, guess what? You know what happens in almost every single case? Oh, no, I'm not testifying. I am not testifying against this other doctor. Not a chance. Go find somebody else to do that. What just happened? What just happened was that the doctor who put this information in your mind to trigger that maybe you had a valid case turns around and says, I am not coming in to testify against this other doctor. And so now you're stuck. And we're stuck because that means now we have to go out and get another medical expert to support our claim. And that puts us in a very bad position. So that's why the second doctor, the second treating doctor, they're known as subsequent treating doctors, oftentimes will make a comment to a patient following the doctor's treatment. And guess what? That will be the seed, that will be the trigger that prompts them to call. And now, what do you think happens? The moment we turn around and ask them if they will be willing to testify as an expert? Oh no, absolutely not. And that happens in practically every single case. So why do I share this great information with you? I share with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in a medical malpractice case here in the state of New York. You know, I realize you're watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in the state of New York and you've got legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.